I welcome you all in to join me for another free demonstration around an offering that I have. It's called a body and soul healing activation. This is a healing channeled, this is an energy channel healing. Okay, and I do free body and soul activations when I go live here at YouTube on a Thursday. It's my offering to you. So I'm going to give it a couple of seconds, a few minutes to see who joins. In the meantime, okay, so in the meantime, we're going to talk about the ways in which our bodies communicate with us. Beloved, until we change how we see our pain, our symptoms, our physiological conditions, until we adjust our perspective around what's really happening when we have disease, illness, symptoms, pain, we will remain in a place of adding resistance to the process as opposed to creating space for well-being and healing. Your pain, your ailments, your symptoms are a language. It's a language that your body uses to communicate with you, a process that's taking place in your body, a process that's taking place on a spiritual level. Last week I spoke about how cancer serves as a spirit guide. Sipokutle, welcome. I am well. I'm well. It is a little bit cold in Cape Town today. How are you doing? I hope that you are well. I'm going to be giving away, I'm going to be doing channeled healing for those of you who have pain, symptoms, illness, conditions that you are struggling with. If you are open to receive energy healing to support you on your healing journey, remember, guys, healing is possible. You know, when we were growing up, we were told that once you're diagnosed with something, you have to just accept it and deal with it. You've got to live with it forevermore. We don't understand healing. We don't understand our illness. We don't understand conditions and sickness the way our ancestors did. There's ancient wisdom and knowledge. Healing is literally to make something whole again. So I want you guys to begin to consider the possibility that when your body has a symptom, whether it's aches, pains, nausea, any dis-ease or discomfort, that your body is communicating something with you. It's communicating with you that there is a process taking place within your body. Once you begin to think in this way, once you begin to understand what's happening with you on a spiritual level, on an energetic level, when your body is speaking to you, it becomes another powerful force. Your relationship with your body is literally transformed when you start to see what is happening to you in a different way, through a different lens. And you can begin to make whole all that you are, because that's what healing is about. Okay. You have pain around your ribs and your shoulders and your back. Okay. All right, Sipokuhle. We're going to look at that, okay? All right. If you are open and willing, would you allow me to channel for you what it is that your body is communicating with you, and what it is that your guides, your keepers, your angel guides, what it is that is happening for you? And then we can ask for some clearing. Okay, so I'm just going to cleanse my space, and I'm going to start sharing with you what Spirit is saying to me. Tell me, you say you have pain around the ribs and your shoulder and your back. Your shoulders, okay, it's both shoulders and your back. And even the womb space, okay. All right. Okay. So the first thing I want to share with you before I go into specifics around what's happening with you is they want me to highlight to you what's happening what is happening for us as a collective energetically right now. So there are a lot of there's a lot of new information coming in for us. I don't have to tell you guys, you can see what's happening in the world around us. Our systems are collapsing. The organizations that have controlled earth, our world, the masks are coming off. We're starting to see them. We're starting to see things for what they are. Okay. What you're experiencing, Sipokutle, is around the system that we've known that is money. Okay, the energy around it. So you have had challenges when it's come to money for a really long time. And it's not only you, it's been in your family, it's been passed down. Okay. So what is happening is there's a lot of new energy, a lot of new information, a lot of new blueprints coming in so that our currency can change on the planet, because the power, the manipulation, the dysfunction, and the challenge and the battles and the oppression that has been active collectively amongst us as mankind, we're being set free from that. So the currency, money, is changing on our planet. And what they want me to tell you before I go into any specific detail around you, what you're going through specifically, is that you are bringing in, you have been chosen. So let me explain it like this. I'm just going to assume you know nothing, right? And I'm going to explain it like this. What they're showing me is different tribes stepping forward. There is a massive council meeting that took place, and different tribes stepped forward, right? And the tribal leaders, all of our tribal leaders, have chosen heads of families. And those heads have been able to speak for the family, and the family together has nominated certain members of the family to carry these new blueprints to change the relationship with money. Okay, so it is new to you. Okay, so then the tribal members have said, okay, these are my 5 families, my 5 heads of families in my tribe, and they have selected these 5 people from their families, right? Or they've each selected 2. So now we've got 10 people. This makes up my collective that are going to carry this information forward. They're going to carry this new information. It's new energy around money. It's new information around money. And Sipokutle, you would have noticed that you're starting to want to learn more about money. What is it that some people know that we don't know? Why have we been struggling so much with money for such a long time? Why have my people always been in poverty? Why, when it comes to any sort of progress, the arguments amongst the people, yes, you want to open a business, are always, the blockages are always around money. The reason why you care, the reason why you care about an education and you want to learn more and you want to know more, is because you are one of these selected people in your collective that have been chosen amongst your tribe to bring in new information. Because you see, where we have been oppressed mentally, okay, part of that oppression has been to strip us of information, knowledge, and awareness around money, so that we can think that we can only get money from those who have. And we can only work for a certain amount of wealth and abundance. But the truth is, your money is an energy. It's not the paper we have, and it's not the card we carry. It's an energy. It's a personal currency. How we treat ourselves, the respect that we hold, how we see one another, that all makes up our personal currency. The ways in which we compromise ourselves sometimes for money because we don't believe that we will have access to it unless someone gives it to us, and we sell parts of ourselves for it. That's the world that we've been shown. That is changing. So now our relationship with money, the choices we make, the actions we take, we've seen how many of our people have sold their souls and have given so much to receive so little. We're going through a drastic change when it comes to money in our in the roots of our people. Okay, so when I talk about the roots, we as humanity, if I'm going to use us as humanity as a symbolic example, I'm going to use the tree, right? So the roots of the tree are the indigenous people, the people who have ties to the indigenous ancestral communities. Okay, the top of the tree where the fruit grows, the fruit grows there because of the roots. But most of us have forgotten how important we are. So we think we're roots. What we have no use because we can't grow any fruit. We've got to get the fruit from the leaves. But we're all connected. So right now, we are going through an energetic change where there are those of us who have been selected, who have been called, who have been nominated and chosen by our ancestors to bring through the new software. And I'm talking about energy, hey, for the new systems that is becoming the currency on this planet. And you can see signs of it everywhere. So before I go into any detail, I want you to know that you are one of those people. The information is activated in the body, and it is channeled through the spine. Because think about what our backs are symbolic of. Our backs are symbolic of holding ourselves erect, standing tall, and being able to, if your spine is not working, you can't move your legs, you can't walk, you can't move forward. This is about preparing the path for you to move forward. And therefore the spine is very active. And there are many people amongst the collective that are dealing with the same thing that you are dealing with, because this is your calling. So I want you to know this so that you can honor it. Your body is communicating with you that there is a powerful process taking place, and you need to release the fears around money and the habits and the tendencies to think small when it comes to money, and also your tendency to put everybody else on the list above you, and to treat yourself as the least important. The pain is unbearable, I understand, and that's because of the resistance. So that's why I need you to understand what's happening to you on a spiritual level before we go. Then everything else I say to you is going to make sense, okay? So now I'm going to ask you, before I start bringing through any other information, whilst I share with you, you're going to feel things happening in your body, okay? Because it's going to be taking place whilst I'm talking to you. I want you to take a few breaths, and you're going to breathe in through your nose gently, and you're going to feel that breath go all the way past your lungs down your spine. And it's going to spread through the back into the various areas of the body. You and I are going to take 5 breaths together, and you're going to feel my energy from my heart space is going to connect to your energy in your heart space. And this is how we're going to open up to this healing together. Okay. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Every breath, I'm going to count you through these breaths, and you're going to breathe in through the nose and feel that breath move down your spine and begin to activate the release of anything that is being filtered through the spine that is old, that needs to be released, that needs to be left behind. Any fears, any doubts, all of the stress and the anxiety about what's happening with money and what's happening in the world, it's all old news, and we've got to let that go. The more we are attached to the systems that are not working, the more we're keeping those systems active. So it's time to release them, okay? So I'm going to count for you, and you're going to breathe with me, and you're going to feel that breath go through the spine and move and spread all the way throughout your body. And you're going to feel the initiation of these activations, okay? So a nice deep breath. 1, in through the nose. And you can feel the energy moving into your heart space. 2, nice, slow, deep breath. Feel that breath move down your spine as your heart space begins to welcome the warm, loving energy as I begin to connect to you. And with your exhale, you're going to breathe out and release anything that is heavy in your body. 3, nice deep breath. 4, pay attention to what's happening in your body, and you will feel the energy connect with you in the heart space. And 5, with your final breath, you feel protected, supported. You are completely safe in this space. Your angel guides and your ancestors have stepped forward to hold the space for you. Whilst I speak to you, you are welcome to keep your eyes closed, or you can watch me. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to move through your body. I'm going to ask them to guide me through your body to show me what is happening, and I'm going to speak to you. We're going to start in the hips. Thank you, Spirit. What is happening in the hips? And I'm going to tell you what they say to me. You might not be aware of everything, so just be open to what it is I'm saying. Sometimes I have clients going to look into it, and then they'll find proof of it. I'm going to show you I'm going to share with you what they're showing me. They're showing me a woman that has one leg is shorter than the other. Who is this woman? She was the younger sister of who? They're saying to me it's on your father's side, a baby sister on the father's side, okay? It's not, doesn't have to be your father's sister. How far back does this go? They say this is an occurrence that has happened in more than one generation. I'm feeling very, very drawn to a younger sister in the family on your father's side. But they say this has happened in more than one generation. This is something where there's been a slight abnormality between the legs and it's affected the hips and the spine or the other way around. That's how they're showing it to me. And there is a theme where the youngest sister, no matter where she falls in the family, ends up having to take care of everyone, where she is supposed to be the one taken care of. And this might be something that you're feeling now too. You're the one having to take care of everybody else, even though there are those who are older than you. How far back does this go? Thank you, Spirit. How many generations back is this? 5? No. 4? 3. 3 generations back. So it's your father's grandfather's sister. They are showing me traces of that showing up again in generations after, and there have been before. The question has often been, why is this happening? When the child is born, by the time this is discovered, the question amongst the family or a family member, maybe it's the mother, is why did this happen? It is because the elders are not taking care of their younger siblings. The leaders in those who have been appointed as leaders in the family, and you will notice that there is this on your father's side. They're showing me specifically the leaders in the family, who have been selected as the eldest. They are stunted. They behave as though they are the babies. They must be taken care of. They are not stepping into their power. This has been this has had a direct impact on the gatekeepers. They're supposed to be the gatekeepers protecting the wealth of the family. Okay. Someone on your father's side of the family sold out the family. Your bloodline had great wealth generations back. This is very long ago. Okay. This is before the history that we know it to be now. Spirit is saying to me long, long time ago, your family had immense wealth. The sister that they're showing me from 3 generations back would be your aunt. She was a reincarnation 3 generations back because prior to that, she was the one defending or trying to protect or speak up when the eldest sibling decided to sell the family out. They were scammed, they were lied to, they were sold out. The family was sold out. There is I'm being shown a tendency, a propensity towards gambling or taking chances, not wanting, wanting to make quick turnovers. Something happened there, and this is very, very long ago. She wanted to speak up, and the older brother silenced her, wouldn't let her speak. There's a lot of intelligence in the woman in your bloodline, but they've had to carry the weight of the immature masculine and the incompetence of the older child. It's interesting. Spirit says to me, in your family, on your father's side, it's very different. Most families, the baby is favored, but in your family, on your father's side, the older one is favored, cherished. Does this make sense to you? Very true. I grew up being told that there uh, were, we come from those who are royal. Yeah, yeah, I see that. Um, Someone sold the bloodline. I'm getting chills. Your What is rightfully your family's. You must understand that the process taking place right now is a heavy one because there are so many different parts, intricate parts that are connected to this. Like I said, there's this imbalance where the elders, the older child is supposed to be in your family. So you know, we all our families have their own culture because we have our own cultures, right? Some of us have forgotten our cultures because it was stripped away from us, especially amongst my people. The reality is that we all have a culture, and spiritually, symbolically, the eldest child has a purpose, a role to play. This is sort of been inverted in a sense, inside out. You are directly, you came here specifically to balance this imbalance. So that is what they showed me with the hip. These aunts have chosen you. I said to you, she came back. She was the one that was there. She was silenced by her own brother. The family was sold out. She came back 3 generations ago, again to face this. And she's handed over to you in this one, in this timeline. You know, the world thinks and associates perfection with being better. They've been trying to sell us that for the longest time. She is saying to me to tell you that the chosen, those who carry the power to wear the crown, they have very specific signs. They don't look like everyone else. What society has taught us are disabilities, deformities, abnormalities are actually it's it's a sign of carrying great power. And she wants me to say that to you because you will notice there is a tendency for you to feel that what is not perfect or what is different about you is a vulnerability or a weakness. It is not. It's time to change your perspective around that. So the hips, what you're picking up and what you're feeling in the hips, there is a slight difference in how they're showing me your body. There is a slight difference, and perhaps you've been told about this before. Maybe it will be revealed to you in the near future. You will get confirmation, but there is a slight difference in the makeup of your skeletal system, especially around the hips, because of what you carry and what you're bringing through. And the pressure in the hips that you're feeling is that when there is an imbalance When there is not harmony in your thinking, when there is an imbalance, when you're carrying the energy of imbalance for whatever reason, maybe someone said something to you or something's happening, and you're not at peace with it, and then you carry that around for a while, you must not do that. You must release anything that is not of the energy of balance is going to have a very uncomfortable impact on your hips, on your skeletal system. You are clearing that out right now. But there is a slight a difference in the lengths of your legs or something like that around the hips. There is something that is different. And she says that you carry this blueprint because you have been chosen by the matriarchs in your family on your father's side. And the matriarchs are not necessarily the eldest. Remember, in your family it's the other way around. But you're the final piece of the puzzle. Things are changing now. The pressure that you're feeling is because you are uploading and you are bringing into this world the medicine, the healing, the new information, the new software for the upgrades when it comes to money. What is rightfully yours will be restored, and you will see it taking place in your time. You will not have the full experience, but those who come after you will continue to have the experience. So before I move on to the next thing on your list, they're showing me that they want to bring through energy for you. I want you to place your feet firmly on the ground. I just want you to know that usually this takes a couple of sessions to clear out, but we are activating it. We're starting it today, and it will continue to work and support you as you go through this process. Your hips are about your tribe. Your hips are about your family, your ancestors. Your hips are the roots of your body. You are healing the roots. You don't have to worry about processing it all right now. You can come back and watch this video again. I'm going to upload it, okay? You can save it and you can re-watch it so you can process it slowly in your own time, okay? You will begin to feel that your heart space feels like it's getting bigger, it's opening and it's opening more. The energy is moving down into the hips. The hips is about your tribe, your ancestors. I can see they are all gathering around you. And they come with gifts, they come with medicine. You want to open up to your tribal medicines once again, to natural medicines, okay? It's going to help you through this process. It's going to help you elevate your frequency. And there is a release of responsibility. They're taking away a lot of the responsibility and the pressure. You need to remember you're not doing this alone. Okay. Right, so now I'm going to begin to channel the energy for you in the hips. You're going to focus whilst you're breathing, and your heart feels open, and you feel the love of all your ancestors and all the work that they've done and all the preparation that they've made. They're bringing you medicine. I see roots, I see herbs. It's all tribal medicine. It's all natural medicine. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please clear the resistance in the hips and open the pathway for her to bring through? And give life to what is next. To the healing, to the medicine, to the abundance, to the blessings, to the restoration of their bloodline. Thank you, Spirit. Bringing it through. Thank you. 1, Right now, you will begin to notice the feeling in the hip space. And just pay attention to your spine, your back. You'll also feel something is different there. And on the days when you're struggling, it is only because you have forgotten. You need to be reminded. Yeah, come back and listen to this video. You're being guided through a rite of passage by your ancestors. And this is going to be a process of 6 months. So give yourself 6 months to pave the way, path the way when it comes, pave the pathway for your business, okay? Don't put any pressure on yourself. Just do what it is you feel inspired to do with love and joy, and have fun with it. When you find yourself in a space of fear, reconnect to your knowing of what is happening. Reconnect to your love and your heart space. The channels in the spine have also been adjusted, and they will continue to do so for you. You'll notice the spine feels different. They're showing me two spines. You have a very unique spine too. Your body's different. I'm not saying you have two spines. I'm just saying they're showing me there is the power of two. Fear is your biggest concern. Fear is also your enemy. It doesn't help you. You know, I do spiritual guidance and coaching, and I give people techniques and processes to overcome their fear. To not give space to fear is something that needs to be fed by you in order to be alive, okay? Sometimes people don't know how they're feeding their fear. You can get support, you can get help to guide you through how to navigate this whole thing better. But it's a simple thing. When your mind starts to ask questions, you want to move. When your mind is asking a lot of questions, you don't have answers to it here in front of you. It's going to feed the fear. You want to move to what you know. You want to make a list of everything that you know is good. That's going to move you away from fear. That's a simple technique that I can teach you. Now, it's simple, but sometimes it's hard to do, especially when we've had a lot of trauma and our brains are calibrated to a lot of negative things happening. If that is a tendency you have, it is worth it to get a spiritual guide, a teacher, a coach to teach you to navigate these things. That is an option. Okay. Ah. Wow, that's beautiful. That makes sense. Hello, Lilith. Phoenix, you are welcome. I'm doing a channeled healing activation for one of our beautiful guests here this evening. We are journeying through and navigating healing and well-being. What your symptoms and your ailments are is a communication from your soul. So I welcome you in. Hope that you are well. All right, so they've shown me the two spines, and you must learn from the mistakes of those who have come before you. Your eyes are open, you do know, and you see them. And you must start to live and walk in the footsteps of the royalty that you are. Do you know why those who are in positions, why the elites behave and move the way they do? Because they know they are not truly royal. When you have to fake something, then you you overcompensate with your arrogance and your ego and your greed. This is not your people. This is shown up in your bloodline on your father's side as a curse amongst the older siblings, the elders, and particularly men, where there is a overcompensation from the mother. There's been a severing in the relationship. The reason why this happened generations ago was because there was an imbalance in the relationship that then uh, affected the son. And suddenly there was a shortageness of fear. Am I good enough? I'm not good enough. He was in competition with father. And all of that fell onto the shoulders of the sister. Okay, so now you know the story. I'm going to take you to the shoulders. Thank you, Spirit. The left shoulder is grief. You've got to process the grief. It's not only your own, but you have experienced grief and loss, and you've just moved on from it. You haven't processed it. You have to do that. The right shoulder is the relationship that you've adopted from your family around an imbalance in the relationship between the masculine and the feminine. You so much want to be taken care of. You so much want to have a strong, healthy masculine in your life. But there is a very clear dominant imbalance. And your heart is broken. And your grief has become complicated. So I'm going to ask that your guides guide you towards getting the support and the help that you need to heal this and to process it. Because it's time that you set yourself free. But for now, between you and I, I'm going to channel the healing energy to help to clear out, to open up the heart space to being able to welcome in someone to support you and guide you through this, okay? So that you can face these things which you have avoided. You see, in order for you to achieve any of these things that you came here to do, your heart has to be healthy. So that you've got to do this, dear. This is your responsibility. No one's going to do it for you. Trust me. I know. All of your medicine is here. If this is not healthy, can you imagine putting your medicine in a dusty, dirty cupboard with cockroaches and rats and mold? Can you drink that medicine? Can you give it to anyone? This needs to be clear. So I'm going to channel through whatever spirit can offer you to help you, to give you the courage to face the next step, which is to be able to trust someone to help you with this, for you to be willing to put yourself first and to make the investment into your healing. Nothing changes until you do that. Okay? So I'm going to begin to channel through this energy just to give you the courage to make this decision for yourself. To welcome in the person that is meant to support you and guide you through this healing journey. To begin to deal with the grief, however that may look to you. So the hips and the spine, they have their assignment. The reason why energy gets clogged up there is because this is blocking it. The reason why your shoulders are talking to you is because it's saying, this is too full, it's heavy. We've been taught to get over things. That's why we miss the medicine. When we begin to realize that our symptoms, our ailments, our conditions are not showing us that something is broken or wrong, but that it is a language that your body is speaking to you in to highlight the processes that you are ready for, the growth that you are ready for, the well being, that all the pieces and the parts are available to you to put things back together. That's what healing is to make something whole again. Our relationship with our body is going to change. And when your relationship with your body changes, your whole world changes. Okay. Allow yourself to be supported and loved, dear one. You are going to be guided over the next 6 months. Don't avoid the support, the healing, the well being. Don't put your time, your effort, and your money into everything else and everyone else outside of you. Invest in yourself. If you're willing to do that, you're about to change your life in a big way. And as your life transforms, it's going to only be evidence of the transformation that's taken place in the bloodline. You are incredibly important to your ancestors and your family. Anyone or anything that is not good for you is going to be removed, and this is what's happened. This is what they're saying to me. Your guides have removed people from your life, and you thought it was a loss. Why did this happen? It doesn't make sense. They were not good enough. You are honored, but you must start living as though you are honored through your choices and the way you treat yourself. How are you feeling in your body right now? Choose love always. Your heart is very strong and big and powerful, but it is suppressed, it is oppressed by resentment, grief, avoidance, bitterness, sadness, all of those things. And it's time to let go. Good, good. Right, so it will continue to happen for you. Allow yourself to have a good night's rest. Thank you so much for being here with me and for giving me this opportunity to do this energy healing activation for you and to communicate with your guides and to speak to your ancestors, to start this healing journey with you. I'm honored. Sacred energy shifter, heartbeat. Hello, Caroline. Welcome in. Sacred energy shifter. I'm not going to go into a full channeled healing because I went quite deep with Sipokutle. My energy is zapped, but I'm going to ask you guys if you would like for me to do an energy activation and healing for you. Please join me next week when I do this. However, there is something that Spirit wants me to say to you, sacred energy shifter. You have been traveling through dimensions, you've been quantum leaping through various timelines. Your vivid dreams are an indication of this. You are a time traveler. And the reason why you have the personality and the characteristics of someone, that when something is not in balance, you cannot sleep and you cannot accept it. Some people in your life think you argumentative and you like conflict and you constantly you can't let things be. You have a very specific calling and you do everything fast. You cannot, you will not slow down because you time travel. You leap through various versions of self and you tweak and you tinker. And I'm sure you're curious and you definitely need to look into this more because it's fascinating. Do you know what I'm gonna liken you to based on what they're showing me? You're like Flash. You know the comic, yeah, you're like Flash. I don't know if you're a male or a female or what, but they're showing me this young, um, uh, uh, you look like you could be a boy or a girl, you're not, yeah, like you're a boy and a girl. I don't know how to explain that. And they're showing me you to be very active and youthful. That doesn't necessarily have to be that your chronological age, but you're part of a select few that is doing this at this time. You're tinkering, and that's what you do. You tinker and you change things. And the energy that I'm getting, the closest thing I can describe it to what they're showing me is like you're like Flash. Oh, you are tomboy. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see that. So, um, you're definitely a star seed. You're definitely, your previous life was not in a human body. You have very very high, your technology is very advanced and it moves at a very rapid pace, and your body upgrades very very quickly. But this does mean that, yeah, this explains why you're experiencing some of the things you're experiencing. Okay, so I suppose that helps. There's a reason why they wanted me to leave you with that. Thank you so much, beautiful souls. All of you have been here with me this evening. I'm going to be going live next Thursday. Again, my intention is to do this as often as I can so that I can give away some channeled healing activations. I know that it's very needed at this time. Usually, obviously, I do this with my clients. It takes more than one session to clear things out. And it is so fascinating what they show us. It's really, really fascinating. But this is just my gift to you. I will be here again next Thursday if my energy allows, if my guides allow. I try and do this every Thursday. So if I wasn't able to do an energy clearing for you today, you're welcome to join me next week. Tell your friends and family. Those of you who are here just watching, you think you're just watching, but your guides have brought you here because you're part of the energy that we're bringing through. We are all healers. We all have something to offer. And the fact that Sacred Energy Shifter is here indicates to me, and what's been shown to me indicates to me, Sipokuhle, that things are going to happen quickly for you. And sacred energy shifter confirmed the heart thing. So you see how powerful this is when we come together. I want to thank you all, and I want to leave you with love. And as I said, if you know a friend, a loved one, or a family member that might benefit from this or be open to it, share with them, share this video with them. I'm going to upload it. Take good care of yourselves. You are all incredibly special. One of the biggest lies that we were told is that we're this insignificant pebble amongst the vast lands of sand. We're not. We all play a role in one another's evolution and growth and healing, and we're all in this together. And so I want to thank you for being who you are. Take good care of yourself. Lots of love, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, I will rest up. Thank you. I will rest up. Thank you so much. Lots of love. Take good care of yourself. Sipokutle, once again, thank you for giving me access. You are a very, very special person. And yeah, you come from a powerful bloodline. You must remember that. Okay. All right. Take care, guys. Good night. Bye.